What's up, my fellow geeks, and welcome to my sanctuary. This is where I do all of my crafting, like miniature painting or creating board games, other similar activities. Today's video is a little different, no script, you're just going to hang out with me as I try my hand at speed painting. Speed painting is the process of giving yourself a certain amount of time and making sure you finish the model or a particular piece of artwork in that amount of time. So your focus is going to be more on efficiency and getting the model done over detail and quality. I'm going to be speed painting this little orc miniature. He's already primed. I actually found a bunch of little miniatures like this at a thrift store that were already primed. I'm not sure if it's Dungeons and Dragons or it's a Warhammer model. Doesn't really make a difference. I chose this orc model because it has a few things on it that I've never tried before. So chainmail, green skin, gold armor plating. So it's a great way to improve my skills. Like anything in life, getting better at something is all about practice and volume. So how much practice can you fit in a certain amount of time? Speed painting is a great way to expedite one's skills. Here we go. A quick look at my setup. My model waiting to be painted. My wet palette misted with some water, quality brushes, dirty water, clean water, cloth to dry my brushes, and crap brushes. One thing I forgot to mention before we get started is I have actually never done speed painting, and I've never finished a model in one sitting. Usually a model takes me a few days or a few weeks. I usually sit down and paint for about an hour, 2 hours tops, and then I lose focus and I'm off doing something else. So I'm kind of excited about practicing on my focus and having a finished model by the end of this video. I'm also going to do it a little differently. I'm not going to give myself a certain amount of time, like 2 hours or 3 hours. I'm just going to make sure I do this model as fast as I can and don't leave this room until the model is complete. All right, I think we are ready to get started. Step one is to base coat all the big solid colors. So green skin, silver chainmail, gold armor, brown for the leather and the base. Holding your model up to a very bright light and looking at it from every different angle will let you know which areas you have missed and where you have to go back and touch up. I used to use toilet paper to clean or dry my brushes, but over time I noticed that the toilet paper, little tiny particles of paper would kind of be in the air and would eventually land on my models as I was painting them, and it would just totally annoy me. So now I use a face cloth. Boom. I am done and happy with the green base coat for the skin. Time to move on to the silver. I almost ruined my entire model by opening a silver pot of paint, getting silver on my fingers, and then picking up my model. Luckily, I only grabbed his axe, so he's okay, but I should have been doing this from the beginning. I put my model in a holder, that way I can just hold on to this bottom part here and never touch what I'm painting. We are done with the silver and moving on to the brown. If you're not painting for a competition and you're just painting for yourself, don't worry about being perfect on every part of the model. Just focus on getting better and being happy with the final result. Boom. All done the brown, time to move on to the gold. Marcy.
What?
Why does gold take so many layers?
Oh, no.
Marcy,
What?
why does gold take so many layers?
I don't know. Why you keep asking me, though?
Snap. After 88 layers, the gold is all done. Now all the base layers are complete. One more thing I'm going to do before I move on to the next step is I'm going to add some red jewels, like rubies, to some parts of the gold armor. The next step is my favorite. We're going to add some washes, some ink washes to the model. I love ink washes because they really bring everything together. They bring out a lot of detail. It's going to add some depth, some contrast, some shade to some of the deeper recesses. Always give your inks a quick shake or you run the risk of it coming out looking glossy or shiny. Inks have a wonderful ability for hiding some of your mistakes and instantly making you a better painter. I'm getting super close to being done this model. I've done all the ink washes. I've just got the finishing touches to do, so I'm going to add a bit more pop to those red rubies on the gold armor. I'm going to dry brush some more brown on the fur. I'm going to add his eyes, his teeth, and maybe some red blood on his weapons. All right, one final thing before the big reveal. Time to do the base. Well, that's it. He's all done. Total paint time was about 4 hours, and he's far from perfect, but I'm pretty pleased with the results I was able to get. He has a very classic, cartoony fantasy feel, which I absolutely love. Total paint time was about 4 hours. Next time I do this, I'll try to shave some time off of that, maybe 3 hours. And I've already picked out the model I'm going to use next time. Got a dwarf here, already primed and ready to rock. So really loved the experience of sitting and finishing a model. It taught me that I'm totally capable of doing that. I just have to stay motivated. Obviously, this time I knew I was recording and uploading a video, so that kept me focused and painting right to the end. A couple other things I learned. I learned that I still can't paint eyes very well. I learned that gold takes a lot more layers than other colors. And like I said before, I learned I need to find what motivates me to stay in my seat and keep painting. Till next time, guys, thanks for watching.